Hey everyone, I'm Armor Gaming, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a monster review on Nabuline. I want to give a huge thanks to my pal Tyga for letting me use your account to make this video. With that being said, let's get into the monster review. So Nabuline is the newest and latest Earth Legendary monster, and check out the trait on this monster. Gives immunity to stun, mega stun, freeze, mega freeze, regular and exclusive possessions. This monster is immune to all control skills, she cannot be denied. Now this is really incredible because even if you're slower than the opponent, even if the opponent has a rank 5, level 130 Ruby that does Ruby Explosion, you're not going to get immobilized. Sure, you'll still get hit with Ignition, but you are not going to get controlled, which allows you to then do something against the enemy. And you're going to see that this monster has some of the best control skills in the game. Well, let's just jump into that. Skills. Actually, no, let's do stats first. This monster has a speed stat of 3531, making her one of the fastest monsters in the whole entire game. And with that being said, check out her deny potential. Rock Knuckles deals moderate earth damage to all enemies, applies stun twice. This is very significant because this has a high likelihood to land against all the monsters that have Harden, Bulwark, and Tough. And just about any single monster that gets released nowadays has Harden Plus, so this is really useful. But on top of that, on top of immobilizing, it also applies Quicksand. It applies a torture over time effect, or damage over time effect. And Quicksand takes away 15% of HP for the next 4 turns. So very significant. It does cost a hefty 59 stamina. It only has a turn cooldown, but that double stun is so nice. But that's not the only way this monster can deny. You also have Sisyphus Boulder, which removes 50% of stamina from all enemies, and on top of that applies Stamina Leak. So Stamina Leak will drain 15% of stamina each turn for the next 3 turns. So this monster can double stun, AoE double stun, and Quicksand, and then AoE 50% stamina drain and Stamina Leak. And I'll get into some cool combos you can do. Going down the cave, look at that, another 50% stamina drain. So you can technically deny for 3 turns with this rotation, and by the time you finish using going down the cave, this skill becomes active again, and you can stun again. How incredible is that? That is awesome. And then for your 4th and final skill, you have some things to choose from. You could run Ore Extraction, which deals heavy earth damage and applies mega stun to a single enemy monster. You also have Stone Coffin, which removes 100% of stamina from a single enemy monster. So it's your choice. Do you want a mega stun or do you want 100% stamina drain? And you also have the choice of Dwarf and Protection, which applies a 25% life shield to all of your allies. So the reason, personally for me, I would say you're going to pick between Stone Coffin or Ore Extraction. And it's pretty much going to vary battle to battle depending on what you need. Now, the reason this is actually very significant, heck, you might even want to run both single target skills instead of 3 AoEs. The reason these single skills are so valuable is because more and more we're seeing monsters that have the dodge area trait, right? We have Shade Moon, we have the Dark Monster, name escapes me, Helguden. We have all these monsters that have dodge area, so if you can't hit them with an AoE skill, you're going to have to run single target hits. So what better than to run Ore Extraction, which will Mega Stun or 100% Stamina Drain, right? So maybe you could swap out going down the cave and instead put in the other single, so you have 2 waves of denial. With that being said, let's talk about Relics real quick. This monster can hold the Staff Relic and the Trap. So with the Trap Relic, if you get damaged to where you lose up to 50% of your HP, more than 50% of your HP, you can remove stamina from all of the enemy monsters. In addition to that, you can run the Oblation Staff. When you hit the enemy, they all lose 47 points of stamina if you hit them with an AoE. So when you do Rock Knuckles, for example, right? Rock Knuckles, if you AoE stun everyone, they're also going to lose stamina. So when you go again and do Boulder, they're pretty much going to go down to 0 stamina if you drain enough with your Staff Relic. And so then they're going to have to waste a turn recharging, and then you can do going down the cave, and that brings them back down to 0, and then you can do Rock Knuckles again. So that's that nifty little combo you can do there. Now here's the thing, this is a hefty stamina cost, so if you want, instead of running that staff, you can also take advantage of the Energizer Staff, which will recover stamina when any of your allies falls below 25%. So you can cycle with that too. For now we're going to try Oblation Staff, and we're going to run the Mega Stun. So once again, the stats for this monster are 3421 on power, 38,906, that is quite tanky for such a fast monster. And then 3531 on speed. Again, one of the faster monsters in the game. This is the kind of monster you want to go first. You want this monster to immediately go first and deny. So we're going to go with a 7, we're going to go with an 8, and we're going to go with a 6. But again, here's the cool thing about this monster. Even if you go second in the turn order, that doesn't matter. And that doesn't matter, again, because this monster cannot be denied. so you know for sure you can at least deny the enemy back. And again, with this much control, with Rock Knuckles, Boulder, and going down the cave, you don't have to worry about the enemy attacking you, right? I mean, that's not necessarily true because there is relics that can recover stamina and all that kind of stuff. But just like skill set wise, this is by far one of the best skill set a monster has ever had. And anyhow, to make this monster fully competitive, I went ahead and leveled her up all the way to 110. She is a rank 2, so her power is now 3732, life stat at 47033, and her speed stat increased to 3852. Let's take this monster out into PvP and let's showcase her. Alright, so let's see how this battle goes. We're taking on a Brutalis, we're taking on a Marquise, and we're taking on a Sunblast with a speed of 7542, and unfortunately I am slower. However, I am running Raw, which will pretty much absorb whatever Sunblast tries to throw at me. So let's see how this battle goes down. Stop its fire time, activate my cooldowns. Let's start off with Rock Knuckles. So let's see who we hit, and everyone got stunned. And you see those 2 misses? That's because the second stun, or maybe the first stun, that one missed. But again, because you have double stun, higher likelihood to land against monsters like Marquise, who has the Hardened trait, or Sunblast, who has the Hardened trait, or what do you have? You have the Taunt trait. So yeah, against these two, that double stun came in handy. I am going to do Bestial Hits, Bestial Charge. Let's do Bloodthirsty. Let's do Bestial Hits. We have to attack him. Oh, it's a miss. We are gonna do Sharp Wing. Applies Bleed. Oh yeah, let's do that. Sharp Wings. So bleeding. Alright, now here's where my second turn comes in, where I'm going to do Boulder. So, I already drained some stamina thanks to my Relic. Now let's drain stamina thanks to my skill, and also apply the Stamina Leak. So, land it on everyone. Oh, you have to recharge. Oh, you have to recharge. My turn again. Going down the cave. And again, they are back to 0. So they're going to have to recharge. How cool is that? That is awesome. Let's do Healing Flesh. I don't want to give Marquise a churn. Although it wouldn't have mattered too much in that case. Let's give everyone days. And look, recharge. Back to me. So I don't have enough stamina to cycle back into Rock Knuckles. If I would have ran my other staff, then I would have been able to. Also, this monster could be a very good monster to give her a mutated rune that has stamina, so speed and a mutated stamina, just to give her enough points to be able to use Rock Knuckles without having to use the relic for the staff relic with the Energizer staff. With that being said, let's try to Mega Stun Brutalis so he doesn't do anything. Perfect. And as you can see, the enemies are pretty much just having to recharge the whole entire time. That is awesome. So all my relics from my Raw kicked in, the Oblation Trap, so I just have to recharge. And they have to keep recharging. So much stamina control, it's insane. We are going to recharge over here. And it's time to recharge myself. Alright, so check this out. So back to being able to stun. So apply stun twice, and again, it landed. You saw 2 misses on Sunblast and a Marquise. So one of the stuns missed, but the other one landed. And let's drain their stamina. I have so much control over this entire battle. It is crazy. Let's do a Bestial Charge now. Yeah, I think I can do a Bestial Charge. No, I think I'll just let Marquise recharge normally again. We'll do Gates to get the Mega Taunt to me. Recharge, going down, see, no need to use it. I can just recharge, which means I can stun next turn. I can do my double stun again. So I just got ulted. Fortunately, I set up that Mega Stun. Stop its fire time. Oh, this is not actually going to work out in my favor anymore. Because I do have like cooldowns, suturing cooldowns on my skills. So this kind of worked against me. Let's see. Quicksand. Gotta wait one more turn before I can do something. True Power. Now I'm dazed too. Brutalis Barrier. So my next attack is gonna have to go through Brutalis. Let's do the Mega Stun. Let's see if I land it. And miss. Nope. Let's do... Gosh. Well, I have to recharge. And nope. Okay, so this battle was unsuccessful, but you saw how well I was able to dominate pretty much the entire battle in terms of controlling the enemy, forcing them to recharge over and over and over again. Alright, so like is the case with lots of times when I do these monster reviews, unfortunately, given the trophies I have and given my team, I'm in a situation where it's hard to showcase a monster, but I don't want to take away from the monster because the monster herself, she really is quite phenomenal. We're going to have to try taking on Bad Box and seeing if I can take on this base. So let's do it. We'll click fight. And maybe he'll do Great Dispel, Grandmaster Scroll. That's fine with me. Alright, so you have what? Cooldown Protection. Okay, that's fine. So check it out. If we look at Ruby, Ruby has a Nemesis Zyron, 30% less accuracy against negative effects, right? If we look at Ragnarok, he also has the Hardened trait, and if we look at Sherazar, he has stat effects have a 35% less accuracy against them. But once again, we'll do Rock Knuckles, and watch as everyone got stunned, and fortunately the Quicksand even landed too. So now I'm getting hit with all these relics. Sherazar is so fast he gets 2 turns in. Ouch. Alright, let's do Bestial Charge, Bestial Hits. Let's just do hits. Let's see. Let's do Bestial Hits on Sherazar. Let's try to take out Sherazar. Alright. We are going to do Sharp Wings on Sherazar. Yeah, we're going to try to take out Sherazar if we can. Fortunately, I don't have any stamina, so this is where the Energizer Staff would have really come in handy. Got hit with the Lane Odds. Healing Mask kicked in. Oblation Trap kicked in. And then Archangel's Blessing. Nope, recovery on Sherazar. Otherwise, Sherazar would have died. Ablation Trap again. Sherazar is going to have to recharge, and they can attack me with Negation. So I lose my Megatons. Alright, here I can do my Extraction if I want to try to apply Megastun. But I'm just going to go with the Stamina Drain, Stamina Leak. And it did land on Sherazar. Awesome. And of course I get ulted. Of course. So much for killing Sherazar. I'm going to have to recharge. Lose Done Raw. I can Stamina Drain here. Let's try to do the Mega Stun. And unsuccessful. So see, Mega Stun, like single control versus double control. Double control just way better. Higher likelihood of actually landing. So this is another situation of a battle I'm not going to win. But again, I do not want this to take away. Like, me losing the battles, I don't want it to take away from how powerful Nabuline is. Because she truly is powerful. It's just, again, I'm in a situation where, given the trophies I'm in, given the monsters I have, it's just hard to win battles against these kind of monsters. If I had different teammates, I could potentially pull it off. Let's see, who do we want to take on? Let's refresh. Let's take on, we'll do the middle base. Alright, so I got another PvP battle from Daily Goals. So let's take on the middle base and we'll call it a day. So we'll click fight. And once again, I am going second, which is completely fine with me. So the sort of kicked in, completely fine with me. Once again, we'll do Rock Knuckles. Once again, Fatted has the Hardened trait, no, the Tough trait. 35% chance to not get hit with anything. And Hardened on Cassandra over there. We will hit a Rock Knuckles and stun. And they even got hit with a Quicksand. Awesome. So they can't do anything. They're immobilized. My Oblation Staff also kicked in, so they lost some stamina. I'm just going to recharge with my Barakor. And I'll activate Gates. And then I will do Boulder. So once again, draining 50% of their stamina. Stamina Leak taking the extra 21 stamina points, leaving them with nothing more than to recharge. And then hitting them with going down the cave, making them go back to 0. And even if they had some stamina left, this stamina drain would take the rest. So it's quite amazing. We'll hit a Bestial Charge. We will hit a Bestial Hits. And then I think I have my AoE Nightmare skills. Let's see. We will hit Curse of the Pharaoh, Nightmares, and Curse. Nice. Nightmares, Curse, nice. Alright. And then with Nabuline, I can do Ore Extraction if I wanted to. In this case, I am just going to recharge. Keep in mind, you could also run the 100% Stamina Drain. It's really up to you. You could even run the 25% Team Shield if you wanted to. It's really up to you. So that Fatted is running the 0 cooldown skill, so he's never going to recharge anymore. And like I said, it rotates back to where I can use Rock Knuckles and just stun everyone again. And reapply the Quicksand even. Let's do Healing Flesh. And if possible, I'm going to try to win with Nabuline. Let's see if I can pull it off. We'll do Sharp Wing. And we will do Ore Extraction. And there it is. Nabuline for the win. And so the last thing I want to do was showcase the ultimate. Now, I just spent the last 5 minutes recharging in Adventure Map. And I never got the ultimate. So let's just talk about it. Gravitational Tsunami deals very heavy earth damage to our enemies, applies Mega Stun and total damage reduction to our enemies, applies a 50% life shield to our allies. This is a really fantastic ultimate. So the enemies will be immobilized for 2 turns. If they happen to be immune to stun, that's still cool because you also apply total damage reduction. So for that next turn, if they were to deal any damage against you, that damage will be reduced to 0. Now, it's not a foolproof ultimate. Obviously, if the enemy has a skill that can remove negative effects from the team, then the Mega Stun would disappear. But it's a really good ultimate, right? You're Mega Stunning whoever isn't immune to stun, and so they're going to be immobilized for 2 turns. Your total damage reduction in case someone is immune to stun and they can still hit you, you won't lose any damage. And even if the enemy is able to get bypass all this, your whole team gets a 50% life shield. Fantastic ultimate overall, a really fantastic monster. But that's just my opinion on Nabuline. Now I want to hear from all of you guys. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this monster? And once again, a huge thanks to Taiga for letting me use your account to make this video. Thank you very much, and I will see you all next time.